We were taught that discipline means pushing harder, but no one taught us how to stop before we break. Today, we're talking about ambition, burnout, and why real discipline should protect your mental health, not destroy it. And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sana IE. I'm your host, XO. If this is your first time listening, welcome in. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I just appreciate you taking your time out of your day just to tune in and listening. In this episode right here, this is week 3 of our Q1 series, The Weight of Becoming. And today we're addressing one of the most misunderstood concepts in personal development and entrepreneurship. You know what that is? Discipline. For a lot of Black men, discipline has been framed as grind harder, sleep less, sacrifice everything, keep going no matter what, don't complain, don't slow down, but nobody talks about the cost. Today's episode is about discipline without burnout. How to stay ambitious, consistent, and focused without sacrificing your mental health, peace, or your sense of self. So let's get into it. Why is burnout so common among Black men? Burnout isn't just about being tired. According to the World Health Organization, burnout is a recognized occupational phenomenon defined by chronic workplace stress, emotional exhaustion, mental distance or cynicism, or even reduced effectiveness. A 22 report from the Mental Health America found that Black adults are 20% more likely to report serious psychological distress, yet significantly less likely to receive mental health support. I'm speaking to everybody right now. Check on your mental health. Get the support that you need. Don't just be in the dark with yourself. If you need therapy, get the therapy. Find out what you need for your mental health to better your mental health. Don't just be in the dark about it. With that being said, for Black male entrepreneurs, burnout is often intensified by financial pressure, lack of safety nets, generational expectations, being the strong one, fear of falling behind, internalized grind culture. We all know how that is. You got to grind. But nobody really talks about burnout. And burnout isn't a weakness. It's often a sign of sustained pressure without recovery. And I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. It's often a sign of sustained pressure without recovery. Y'all know the lie we were told about discipline? Here's the lie. If you're disciplined, you don't need rest. And that mindset creates chronic overwork, guilt without when resting, identity tied to productivity, emotional numbness, loss of joy. And that's all tied to, not resting, not getting your rest, not implementing your rest in anything you're doing, whether that's working out, building a business, having a 9-to-5. You have to get your sleep, get your rest, and you have your downtime, because that burnout, I'm pretty sure we all had that time where we all burned out. And this is one of the reasons why we never took that time to rest and implement our rest into our days. A study published in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that employees and entrepreneurs who consistently ignore rest experience a 62% higher risk of burnout, along with increased anxiety and depression. 62%. We have to change that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to implement rest into our daily routines, daily rituals, whatever you want to call it. Implement that rest in. Discipline isn't about how much pain you can tolerate. Real discipline is about structure, sustainability, and self-respect. So let's talk about how burnout shows up before you notice it. And we all know burnout rarely announces itself, right? It shows up quietly as irritability, loss of motivation, procrastination, and even emotional detachment. I could say the list goes on, but I'm going to give y'all the list. It could be poor sleep, brain fog, lack of creativity, as well as questioning your purpose. Does any of these sound like you, anything you're going through right now, or even in the past, where you may have been emotionally detached, you had poor sleep, you kept procrastinating, and you even questioned your purpose? I've been there, trust me. But It's all about taking that time to rest, reset, and get your belt and get yourself back in alignment, because life is going to throw everything at you. It's going to be hard days, lonely days, sad days, rough days, busy days, but it's all about implementing that rest so you don't burn out on your journey, because we all been on a journey and we have to implement that rest. Many Black men ignore these signs because we've been taught, push through it. Others have it worse. Rest is lazy, but pushing through without recalibration doesn't build strength. It builds resentment toward the life you're working so hard to create. Ain't that something? So that leads us up to discipline versus self-punishment. Let me make this clear. Self-punishment sounds like no days off, constant guilt, unrealistic expectations, harsh self-talk, ignoring your body and emotions. And this is what discipline sounds like. Constant routines, clear priorities, boundaries, intentional rest, recovery built into the plan. Build your rest and recovery in your plan. I know with me, when it comes to the gym working out, I really hone in, whatever you want to call it, on my rest and recovery after the gym, as well as at night when getting my 6 to 8 hours of sleep at night to recover as I'm sleeping. So that's the main thing too, is like being an entrepreneur, we got to keep up with our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health, as well as our rest and recovery. A 2021 Stanford study found that productivity drops sharply after 50 to 55 hours per week, while stress and errors increase. I'll say that again because I know some people have been like kind of missed that. A 2021 Stanford study found that productivity drops sharply after 50 to 55 hours per week, while stress and errors increase. So that's a drastic change. So be mindful of your hours throughout the week too. 50 to 55 hours is max. I know some of us work 40 hours to 60 hours, whatever it may be, but keep track of your productivity at that 50-hour mark per week. So grinding past your limits doesn't make you disciplined. It makes you depleted. We all been there where we grind so hard we got depleted, whether that was in high school, college, a career, journey, fitness. We've all been to that place. And that's not a good place to be when you're burnt out, you're drained, you're depleted, you don't want to do nothing, you're running on fumes. Getting that rest in is vital on any type of journey you're on. So let's move forward to what discipline should actually look like this quarter. Number one is discipline is predictability, not intensity. Your nervous system thrives on rhythm. Consistent wake up times, consistent work blocks, consistent shutdown times. Predictability reduces anxiety. Number two, discipline includes recovery. Rest isn't a reward, it's a requirement. According to the American Psychological Association, regular recovery practices reduce burnout by up to 40%. 40% when you have regular recovery throughout your days. That drops the burnout rates of 40%, below 40%. Recovery can look like walking, journaling, therapy, quiet mornings, protected weekends, taking time away from the screens. I know we all love our cell phones, love social media and everything, but schedule time to but remove the social media block where you're like, hey, no screens from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., whatever it may be. Have that no screen time, or even no screen days where maybe Sunday where you're like, yo, I'm just spending time with the family. I don't want to look at my phone or text anybody back. I'm focused on being present with them and not burning out. Number three, discipline requires boundaries. Every yes is a cost. Boundaries protect your energy, your focus, your mental health. Saying no isn't selfish, it's actually strategic. And I'm learning this myself this year is when I'm saying no to protect my peace, protect my energy, protect my space, because we know how it goes when you're always saying yes, 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 yes to people. It drains you. And number four, the last one will be discipline means listening to your body. Fatigue, irritability, and disconnection are signals, not failures. Ignoring signals doesn't build toughness. It delays the collapse. And that's real. Man, I'm just reflecting as I'm reading, as I'm going through this. I'm like, man, I've been through it, the burnout, and it was ugly. And that leads me up to redefining success without burnout. Success that costs you your peace isn't success, it's survival. Ask yourself these three questions. Can I sustain this pace for 90 days? Does my routine support my mental health? And the third question is, am I building something I'll resent later? The goal isn't just to win quarter one. The goal is to still recognize yourself at the end of it. So so with all this information right here, I gathered some practical action steps you can do this week. This week, focus on alignment over intensity. Number one, audit your schedule. Remove one unnecessary task. Number two, add one recovery practice, even if it's 10 minutes. It still matters at the end of the day. Number three, set one boundary with your family, with the people you love, with the people you work with, friendships, relationships, expectations. Set one boundary this week. Number four, redefine discipline in your own words. Write what sustainable discipline means to you. Man, honestly, hope this helped you out. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. You don't need to destroy yourself to build something meaningful. Discipline isn't about proving toughness. It's about building a life you can actually live inside. As we move through this quarter, remember, burnout isn't the badge of honor we were taught it was. Pieces. This is Sana I.E. Week 3, baby. we done. On to week 4. Man, I feel like this month is going by quick. We headed to week 4, but we're building ambition that lasts. Always remember that. It's you. We all in this together. That being said, always check on your people. Always check on yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. Fellas, we got to take care of ourselves, especially in the Black community. We know how it is when it comes to our health, our mental health, and things like that. We have generations of people who had bad health, whether that's diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer. Man, the list goes on. So it's about us right now taking care of ourselves, mentally, physically, spiritually, drinking your water, getting your steps in, taking your rest, doing stuff that's meaningful, spending time with your people. Take care of yourself at the end of the day. With that being said, I'll see y'all next week. Peace.